Good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about how to wire up USB to any LED. This process can be used for pretty well anything that will run on 5 volts. I'm going to teach you the step-by-step on how to take the USB cord apart, resolder it back together, and get you powered up so you can use it off of your computer, a battery bank, anything that takes a USB will power your device now. So let's get to it. Alright, so what we're going to need a soldering gun, some soldering wire, as well you'll need a screwdriver, a USB cable. I've got an old iPod one. We will only need the USB end, so this end will be trimmed off here. You also need some electrical tape and the light of choice. This light here, see, it takes batteries underneath, 3 AA batteries, which will convert to 4.5 volts. We're going to be putting 5 volts on it, so that's not a big issue. So first things first, grab a screwdriver. This one I have 3 screws which I will need to take off. After you take the screws off, you see the contacts inside. The negative here has a switch and a capacitor, so what we'll need to do is mark which one will be negative and which one will be positive. Once we've marked which one's which, we'll take this apart. If you know from what you're using already, then just set that aside, but here are the contacts that I will need to be tapping into. So I'll set this aside and we'll work on the cord next. Unravel your cord, and this end here we won't be needing, so we will be trimming right below the Apple connector here. I'll use an X-Acto knife because it's what I have, and we'll need to strip back the wires. Alright, now that we have it cut back here, so you'll see there's a little bit of tin foil here along with a red, white, and a green and a black wire. The green and the white wire we will not need, so those can be trimmed off and removed, as we will only need the positive and negative. So here are the positive and negative. Strip these wires back. You can use a finger or a blade, be careful not to cut right through. And what we'll do is we'll connect the positive first, because the positive's already been stripped back, because it will be a straight solder, wire to wire. The negative is where we will wire onto there, but we will use the switch and the capacitor here in line so that we'll be able to turn it on and off. And we're going to wedge it right in there nicely. I soldered the positive off camera. Camera malfunction. Apologize for the inconvenience, but I've put in the negative and I've got it all soldered up from the wire in the light to the actual switch. And now I will be soldering the capacitor to the wire coming in from the USB cord. Let's give her a dab of solder right there. Now my camera's out of focus. Fail. Alright, now with everything soldered up, let's give this a good old test. Negatives to the negative, positives to the positive. Test it just with the cell phone block. There we are, success. Now the wire is all soldered up and the switch is fully functional. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. Thanks a bunch for joining me. I'll be doing a few more videos like this, doing different lighting tricks, probably some more pictures, photography hacks, things like that. Had a fun time doing this. Plan to see you next time. Thanks.